Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Welcome into the Hour of Power broadcast. This is Ptah Shakur. And before we get started, urgent news update for everybody who's still filing in and taking their seats over there in Facebook land. This is actually going out to YouTube. Get right to the point. Urgent news update. If you ever seen my program before, Ptah Speaks program on this here very channel, it's going out to the White Rose Community Television as well as going out on Facebook, Rumble, and TikTok as well. You understand that I started this program back in January 2023, and I was sharing a myriad of things that were going to come down the pipe that was going to affect you and I. In short, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you are a divine being. You're not an ocean, you're not a drop of the ocean, you're ocean and drop. You're tremendously powerful than you would even dream, and our bad actors would like us to understand. However, with that, before I get into my little intro, it's news update I'm sharing about over Christmas time. Something to avoid like the plague was those those glasses, those VR glasses. I think it was called metaverse glasses. However, you can see the images behind me. Meta's first augmented reality glasses. It's called Orion. Interesting enough, Mark Zuckerberg pictured there, over here, is highlighting these particular glasses. And of course, they're promoting this as something fun, entertainment, you get a chance to communicate and utilize this technology. However, we're walking into some real dangerous territory with this technology, and the ones who are backing, the ones who are bringing out this technology, which is basically aimed to take away our ability to understand how divine we really are. If you don't believe anything I'm sharing, go ahead and pull your Revelation, pull your Bibles out, and page through some of those scriptures there and see if they're not applicable to this particular time. So, like I said, I'm going to go make sure this particular message gets where it needs to go on Facebook land. However, it appears that we have a little bit of technical difficulties for those that are on Facebook, but rest assured this program is being recorded and it will be simulcasted on Facebook and YouTube as well. So with that, I don't have to kind of double back and kind of repeat myself since I'm speaking to you. Yes, you who are listening here, the White Rose Community Television Channel 16, as well as, like I said, YouTube, and then later on, Facebook is going to kind of catch up. Urgent news update. Like I said before, this is the Hour of Power program, so I just want to briefly make mention of that. Firstly, we're going to go back into it in a moment. We'll roll the solo here, so give me a moment. Change my screen here. Greetings, Grand Rising. Like I said, this is Ptah Shakur here holding it down solo for the Hour of Power, the most powerful of all hours here on the White Rose Community Television Network, going out to Channel 16 and Channel 18, I believe, and also Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Rumble. So, like always, warning. The information you hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you, may cause a myriad of emotions to take place, understandably so. I promise that the information that I intend to impart is for educational, motivation, and inspirational. Take that or leave that alone, as we used to say. And so, even with that, I do have to make mention as far as my particular opening. I normally open with a affirmation. Affirmations are words that you can say verbally to utilize the cosmic electromagnetic energy that is pervasive in all things, in order to make things gravitationally attract themselves to you in a sense of being karmic or laws of attraction, laws of power, and things of that nature. So with that, whatever you put I am behind is what you would bring into your particular reality. And so hence, this is my particular affirmation. Feel free to write this down and utilize this. This is what I use to cause me to stay in a very high frequency vibration, which is much, much needed at this particular time as we evolve into this new plane, new existence that was written about in scriptures, the new heaven and the new earth, thus and thus. And so we'll get into all that. But firstly, I, Ptah Shakur, I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm in the upper room. God is. God is. God is. I, Ptah Shakur, I pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one, especially starting with myself. I come from love, I am love, and I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room towards vibrating at the highest level possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am free, I am free, I am free. Behold, I make all things new. So we can dissect that intro a little bit. I may do that at another time, but I want to make sure I'm going to cover what is taking place. This is an hour-long program. You can feel free to call in. The number is 717-846-5067. Facebook is being unusable at this particular time, so call in would be the best way if you want to interact with myself. The purpose of this here program, this is the Hour of Power community program. It existed before me, and it will exist long after me as well. This program is devoted to bringing concepts and ideas to the community here in York, Pennsylvania, and all points in between. We have with Brother Sharif being the host of it, me being the interim host. Myriad of wonderful community-based programming and individuals doing entrepreneurship and different things of nature have been on this program, and we look to expand it going into 2025 to include more youth participation. We want to hear from your youth. We want to hear their triumphs, and we don't just want to hear all the tragedies. We want to hear some of those triumphs as well, whether they're doing entrepreneurial exports, going out to military and things of that nature, as well as we want to hear diverse opinions. We want individuals in this seat. You might not necessarily agree with the things I got to say. Best for sure you better do the math. Do the math. Let me know if I got something wrong. But it's okay to express things that we all may not understand or we all may not agree upon. However, we need to agree upon right now that this is a crucial, beautiful time to be alive. If you actually can hear the sound of my voice, take a huge, deep breath. Give yourself a little self-hug. And understand you need to love yourself. Unconditional love for yourself opens the doors in your energy field that's around you to incorporate more of creation so you can give back more to the creation as self. And so, like I said, this is what the purpose of this program. We want to hear varying points as we move into the political season. Ooh, I got some news for y'all. Urgent news. This ain't no tea news. We're going to talk about Diddy a little bit. But what's really more important than Diddy? What caused the monsters that created Diddy? We're going to go into a little bit of that as well. Like I said, I'm flying blind right now, so if anybody wants to give a call in, that's the number 717-846-5067. So we want to hear varying viewpoints. Looking to have some Trump supporters on here as well. We have individuals from different sides of we had a Republican nominee for the 95th district, as well as we had the Democratic. So we want to hear varying points and opinions. These individuals sit in these seats, this mouth shuts up. I don't have an attitude. I don't cross my arms. But however, I was sitting and actually listen and absorb what it is another person is sharing with you. Understand this, that when you're being your true self, not everybody's going to agree with you 100% of the time. That's a prerequisite for you to be your own self. You are unique aspect of God. Like I said before, you are not a drop of the ocean. You are ocean in a drop. And in fact, when you lay down to sleep at night, you really get in contact of your spiritual sense, which you never leave. Even when you're awoke, you still got an aspect of yourself that is operating in the spiritual realm that you can assist. They assist that aspect assists you in the physical. So do what you can to assist it in the spiritual, and get more rest. Treat this physical body with importance. Anyone who has heard this program for a myriad of time, you understand that I'm a real proponent of the times that was written about in scriptures and the scrolls, alluding to this time. This is the time of the Christ consciousness. This is the time to be on your bestest game. And what that game is bettering yourself. A lot of individuals are now taking steps, and they are asking me questions. You can go ahead and put some questions there. Ptah Shakur, that's how you spell it. Utah with a P, Shakur like Tupac. And you can go ahead and send a myriad of questions. I do have Ptah's mailbag, which I do answer on Monday on this same very channel for the Ptah Speaks program. However, what was I talking about? So the purpose, like I said, we want to hear a myriad of different viewpoints because we are living in that very, very crucial time. And so when you're looking to better yourself, if you don't have, you can show me your closest 5 people in your life, and I can point out your future. So a lot of us, we've already started alienating ourselves and going more into solitude. You may be noticing, like I said, repeating numbers, flashes of light. You may see orbs in the corner of your eye, ringing in your ears, things of that nature. These are all signs that your body is transferring from the 3D carbon-based structure to the 5D crystalline structure, which is taking place in and of our own bodies. This is amazing. This information isn't shared over the mass media or inside of the school institutions. However, this is the program I've always wanted to see, and so hence this is the reason why I sit here in this particular seat. So, finishing out my little intro. I am the omnipresent, all-powerful intelligence that's governing this here mind-body complex. I'm the present of divine harmony, always connected to the frequency of heart of God, and I now bring forth solutions to change myself and to change the world. I'm the limitless door which no man can shut. I'm the mighty source of divine source and action. In short, I'm your brother. In short, I'm you. I'm no better than anyone else. I love myself. I never hurt myself. I never kill myself. I'm a happily married man, but I'm going to let you all know a little bit of what I'm bringing in some of these news topics that I'm bringing up in about 2 minutes. If you just be a little patient with me. So I'm a catalyst for change. I'm a role model, Reiki practitioner, youth advocate, transformational life coach, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I'm a rebel here to uninstall cowardice. Basically, you understand, cowardly individuals. I look to uninstall these individuals. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are being placed upon us by the elites. We now call them the selfish, the ones who wants to serve only for self purposes only. And they have a myriad of things which I will be going into, what is going, and that is affecting your life right now. Because believe it or not, they seek control over you and I, and their end game is closer than you think. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation for all those seeking to understand the current cosmic changes that's happening right now. The Mayans spoke about that in 2012, and they told everybody to get ready. So it's taking place, like it or not. I'm a dangerous man to those elitists and for all those corrupt shadow government, the industrial military complex, Bilderberg, BlackRock, we're saying all the names out here, that's been corrupting the world since 1950. Congratulations, put a smile on your face, everyone else, because their game is over. It's coming, slowly being uninstalled in front of our very eyes. So we need to be very, very excited and happy to be alive. So, like I said, anyone who is willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement, you're probably already changed the channel already. We don't care what your acronyms are. If you identify as feminine, we believe that the feminine energy needs to return and be somewhat in a balance in order to overcompensate this overly masculine energy, which has brought about the ills that we see, the wars and rumors of wars and the bombing and the blood loss of innocent souls. So we need to bring that feminine energy in and balance back. We need to change the political system. It's already changing. Political system, educational system, financial systems, all of those are coming to an end. This is the time of death. We need to embrace that death in order for us to actually move on into the new life. So a lot of fear stuff going on in the news. I figure I'll take this time to kind of unpack some of this so you all can breathe a little bit easier at night. I might even end with a breathing meditation to make sure that you breathe a little bit easy tonight. And so if you identify as masculine, we ask you to join me with this particular mindset. We would rather die like a man rather than live like cowards, and do whatever you can to step up at this time and actually help the human family, help our youth. We're going to get to that in a moment. Yes, those youth. And before I get into the youth, my YouTube subscribers, my 135 YouTube subscribers, soon to be 135 million YouTube subscribers. Remember that you are eternal beings with forever just being a small fraction of eternity. You are beautiful, powerful, divine children of the most divine grid program. We call it God, call it Allah, call it Jesus, call it whatever you want to call it. That energy of emanation comes out of you, and this is the time that we need to share our light. To who? To everybody, particularly to the youth. To my hooded youth, we love you. You might not just see me here on the stage, but there's much more that is behind me. We believe that the youth right now that are walking the face of the earth are some of the most powerful youth in existence, and we're doing our due diligence to unlock their greatness. To all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, angelic souls, we, and I ain't speaking French. We are the new founding fathers of this particular situation and this particular civilization. And I'm asking everybody to do what you can to find that unconditional love, and when you do, give a small smidget, a dab, a dollop of that to your fellow reflections that are moving and grooving around on this planet, masquerading as physical human beings. I would never hurt myself, kill myself due to me being a happily married family man, pillar of my community, and I ask everybody get tuned in and tapped in and turned on to the most powerful hour. Like I said, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. So, like I said, flying blind right now, so if you want to get in contact with me, go ahead and give me a call on the number. So, moving and grooving on. So I gave my disclaimer. I gave my opener. Show what this show was about. Now, returning for those who did not see, it was just late to the party. Let me get this here. Boom, boom. The very first item I have on my paper. I came prepared, folks. Got printouts, pie charts, diagrams. I actually got making syllabuses and curriculums. We need to catch up. So, number one is these Orion glasses. For those who... let me take a deep breath. And before I take a deep breath, I do want to mention... Oh, I forgot to mention my dear brother. 1 second, let me put it back on my screen. We're going to do everything respectful around here. Here we go. Mr. David Overton has a wonderful program that is being presented here. Yes, I know, bro. We're not on Facebook, are we? Yeah, so I'm just doing it live here. It's going to be put on Facebook at another point in time, but I'm still on air kind of doing my stuff right now. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, but I'll talk to you in a little bit. But yeah, I'm here doing the thing right now. All right, peace. All right, sorry about that. So Mr. David Overton, he asked me to provide some information to the public. Like I said, this is the purpose of this particular program, is to highlight things going on in the community. As I get through my TikTok pictures. Oh no, what's it called? Not TikTok. So I'm just go ahead and read this. Go ahead. You can see the board there. I'm gonna read it. So this is the I Believe in You Consulting Young Black Males group session. October 5th. That's the time, the sign-in. I'll go ahead and move myself out the way. So October 5th, he's having this particular group of captivating the mindsets. I Believe in You Consulting. You basically do peer mentoring for young men. So that's something I just want to make mention. I'll put that at the end, David, as well. I'll make sure you get your due diligence and eyeball on this particular wonderful event. So before I go off into my other ideas of the day, this is an hour-long program, so we're going to make sure that we rock and roll here. So this particular glasses, a little bit of a delay, is these Orion glasses. So this, like I was saying, let me take a little deep breath. Relax a little bit. Take some of my pineapple passion fruit kombucha tea. Mushroom is all the rage right now. Mushroom coffee, sea moss. For all those individuals looking to change their diet and change their lives based off of, you might got some bad news from the doctor. Doctor say, hey, you got to do, oh man, I got to do some stuff. Sea moss. Very, very good. Item, do you believe your body needs 102 essential vitamins and nutrients, I believe. This has 92 out of 102. So a lot of people utilize it as a appetite suppressant. You get all the nutrients and things that you need. A lot of things that are affecting our bodies in a negative way is we putting things in it that don't need to be in it. So we don't have to take any weird substances or any type of medications and things of that nature. If you just stop poisoning it, just chill. Like chill. Go fasting. Intermittent fasting, you'll hear different things on it in the news as well. Health, oh my goodness, they had the nerve to say there's some health problems you can develop by intermittent fasting. You gotta understand that how deep this rabbit hole goes in the form of corruption and distracting us from how to enter into our most divine self. So, like I was saying, not only with the food that we're eating in the pharmaceutical industries, which is taking advantage of us, that's constantly putting fluoride in the water, like I mentioned on other programs as well. These are ways that you can actually control and calcify a person's pineal gland with the Roundup Ready, Wi-Fi, chemtrails, the aluminum in the chemtrails, and then the fluoride in the water. Those four things are doing out. Oh man, it's already been shown in the news. It was in the news last month. as far as the fluoride that is being put into the public water system and how it's causing a lowerness of the IQ. So we really got to wake up right now, get some spring water, get rid of the fluoride toothpaste and things of the nature. Now get you up to speed. That's old stuff. Orion glasses. Where do I start? I begun last year during the holiday season. I warned everyone about the metaverse glasses. These are particular glasses that share that you can put these glasses on and you can have a little party. You're sitting and you're lonesome, no physical interaction. However, you could be front row seats at a concert with millions of virtual souls all connected via this particular device. I warned everyone at that time, let me not put my finger out, let me put my hand out instead. I don't want to send no unnecessary energy anywhere. What I shared everyone at that particular time is that these powers that be, these bad actors, are doing their due diligence to take human consciousness and finding a way to put that into mechanical devices. And so this is a great way of individuals trying to do that. Yes, this is the Hour of Power live call-in show, man. That's who I'm speaking to.
Hey, this is Brother Sharif, bro.
Hey, what's going on there, bro?
Oh, not much, man. Just tapping in with you, and appreciate you, holding it down tonight. See what you're discussing.
Yeah, but thank you for calling in. I didn't even get a chance to mention that we did initially had a particular a guest on the program. However, like I said, things happen. But we do look to have Mr. Clovis Gallen on next Wednesday's program for everybody who's listening now. This is still going out to White Rose Community Television, and it will be going out to Facebook after it gets downloaded towards YouTube as well. But we had Mr. Kerry Glover, he's the new incumbent basketball coach. And correct me if I'm wrong. Clovis was the previous head coach, but he's not in any type of coaching role right now, is he, Sharif? You aware?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so previous episode we had Kerry Glover on, and so this upcoming Wednesday will be Clovis Gallen, and then after that particular Wednesday we have representatives from the Find Toby Pet Finding Services as well. So, but anyways, answer your questions, Sharif. I just started and I was talking about urgent. This is what I call urgent, and people that's in my realm we call urgent. The news about you can't see on the screen because it's not going to Facebook. But basically, Mark Zuckerberg, he has, of course, he changed Facebook, changed it to Meta, and they just recently put out some glasses called the Orion glasses. Have you heard about that, Sharif? The Orion glasses?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so this is my public service announcement to everybody that can hear the sound of my voice. Go ahead and Google this, DuckDuckGo this, and I'm glad you got you on the phone because I want to hear like a real reaction from, because this is real. This particular glasses, just much like the other virtual reality, is called augmented reality, and so it allows you to interact with people and interact with all type of AI-produced scenarios in the comfort of your home. What I'm sharing to you, American people, if you can hear the sound of my voice, that these individuals that are developing these technologies, they're not doing this for fun and they're not doing it for play. In fact, what they're doing is they're trying to take human consciousness. They've already studied our genome. They already mapped our genome. So now they're studying actually how our brain waves and how we tap into consciousness. And with this highly sensitized equipment, I need everybody to listen, these supercomputers, which is highly sensitive equipment, what they seek to do is deaden your ability to anchor your soul into your body. We're talking about it might sound kind of weird. We're talking about some keeping us in a zombie-like state. Let's just say that. And so that's what I wanted to mention. That's the very first news item that I had on there, is to kind of get this word out. However, even if there's only 2 people that's listening at the total viewership of this entire program, that's 2 people that are actually saved and becoming more aware of what's taking place in this world, where we have some people that are aware of what's going on, and then you got some people that are just learning, and such as even I'm hearing about. So you haven't heard about that one, the Orion glasses. The other thing, are you still there, Sharif?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Oh, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. You just pop up and say what you need to share as well. The other second thing, and I don't have a slide for this, and so let me know if you heard about this one too, Sharif, because like I said, I kind of take pride of being an individual who is presenting factual truths to people that you really are not being seen on the news agency. Because like I was saying for years, the all of the major news agencies are owned by Vanguard. It's owned by BlackRock, and the best way that you can taint individuals' minds is you definitely got to control the news. So the second thing is this second moon. Everybody's talking about this double moon. Some are talking about like the two moons, full moons in a year. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this particular item, and I don't even know the name. It's a bunch of letters and dashes. It's a asteroid which has entered into our solar system space, and it's actually going to be caught up. I don't know if it is yet. I don't know if it is yet, but it's going to be caught up, and it's going to sync with the gravity of Earth. Earth is basically going to bring it into its gravity, and for a period of time, it will act like another moon in our solar space. Did you hear about that one?
No.
Yeah. And so I'm just bringing all this. Somebody said, okay, what does this mean? And this, I'm going to explain what it means, because the wise know what happens as above is below. You know, some individuals may hear certain things like astrology or tarot cards or pendulums and things of that nature, and automatically that gets shot into a bin of some type of demonic or some type of evil practices and things of that nature. But understand that even back in the Knights and Camelot days, they always had that king, always had one person in the bottom of his basement, and they're in the castle. He didn't have to push shoes on. He can go down and talk to her whenever he wanted. And she knew all of those things. She knew how to read the stars. She knew that what's going on in the astral plane. So when things such as solar eclipses, what does that do? That affects the electromagnetic energy that's between us and the sun and the moon or whatever. Basically, we are swimming in electromagnetic energy ever since you gave your first breath on this planet to the time you hit the dirt. There is it's called the ether. There is a unseen sea of cosmic energy that flows through in all things of life. I'm kind of keeping it simple here. So when you have such things as eclipses or different type of bodily alignments of Saturn, and what that does, it causes tension on this sea. Just instead of a sea of electromagnetic energy, just imagine wires or threads of electromagnetic energy that goes in through everything and everybody. And so when these things happen, they pull on these strings, and therefore they affect life on this physical planet. That's why you can find things such as horoscopes. Why is it people born October, blah, 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 and why do they have similar? Not everybody's saying it's exactly the same. However, why is it that it's similar personalities, similar likes and dislikes, and even physical characteristics based off of what's going on millions and million miles away from us? And so with this particular double moon, while this asteroid is inside of our space and putting pressure on these electromagnetic tensions, it will cause changes of your mood. Anybody who works security, anybody who does hospitals and things of that nature, they know that moon, when that thing is out there, that is uptick in violence, uptick in human behavior. So keep your eyes on that. That's the second thing that a lot of people are talking about, is that double moon. So and I want to remind everybody, this is a live call-in show. Like I said, you can call in. I've got about 30 more minutes on this broadcast, and I got 2 more slides that I'm gonna kick to. But yeah, what you think about those ideas, Sharif? While I go ahead and click the screen.
The information you just shared?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good information, and the average person probably hasn't heard of it, or if they have, they don't know the science of it. So
yes, sir.
That's good, good information.
Now, you can't see this, but I'm just going to kind of do a little play-by-play, because it'll be kind of good TV once we put it back on YouTube. What I got on the screen now is two images. One image is a little screenshot that I did from a news article from the BBC. Ooh, we gotta talk about. I got some more stuff to talk about. But anyways, this getting excited here. This particular article speaks about an underwater pyramid. Let me put my glasses back on. Japan's mysterious underwater city. So just off the coast of Japan, the scuba divers, and it's a shame. We know, when they say we, the scientists know more about the surface of the moon than they do know about the depths of our own very oceans. And so outside of Japan, and I have on the screen two images. It's the underwater, I'm gonna say city. And when you see this, it's gonna blow your socks off, bro. So basically, what you see with this LiDAR scanning, they went underneath the ocean. Now this ain't even under mud. This is underneath clear water, because you can actually see pictures of scuba divers kind of traversing these large concrete-looking stone, I guess, 3 stone pyramids, and maybe some type of depictions of some other smaller buildings, kind of in certain arrangements, so much like a city sector type of situation. So yeah, this is off the coast of Japan. This is something that scientists are finding, as well as because of the melting of the snow of the northern regions and the southern regions. More and more pyramids are being discovered, as well as even in Central South America. They're discovering with these deep LiDAR scanning, because with technology you got these abilities, and now they're taking down all these trees, which you see in the Bolivian and Venezuelan jungles. Is just mounds of vegetation and trees and jungles. There are pyramids that are being uncovered all at the same time. So I don't know if you heard about that one, did you?
Yeah, I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. And then very last least, and then me and you can kind of get a little conversation going if you like as well, because got one more image I want to kind of put up. That's a very powerful, beautiful image, so I might even finish off with that. And this is a little bit more urgent. That was okay, cool. That's kind of nice to know that there are ancient civilizations which this man does not understand and help. So what I got on the screen behind me right now is pictures from a archaeological site in Turkey called Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe, and for all those who are watching on live as well, it's the picture here to my left. It is basically an arrangement in the ground. They started digging. They was finding these metallifical rock of almost like statues. They're about like 20 feet tall. So as they're digging, they're finding out is that this archaeological site is actually spiraling into the ground. Now, I'm going to make sure I detail this a little bit better. So when they're digging, they're finding out as they dig down that they're descending into the actual planet, circling or cycling. And as they get further down, they're finding more and more megalithic rocks and things. And so that leads to the most powerful picture that I think I could ever show in this program. And I mentioned to myself, I love myself, I never hurt myself, never kill myself. So with this powerful picture you see here is a etching in one of the megalithical rocks. And like I said, all of this was covered up by dirt. And I mean, this is covered up. This is one of the oldest. They date this going back like 80,000 years. So this is close to the time of the pyramids. They're just finding this area. Then I got something, the dire part I'm going to be saying in a little bit. So the amazing part is this. This etching that you see etched out on this rock, this megalithical rock that they found in the dirt that's been there for 1,000 years, shows a depiction of a dinosaur. An actual dinosaur, as you can see, look like a stegosaurus. Got 4 legs. Has in his back and clear depictions of type of horns or fins or something like that. You also see a tail. Why is this amazing? This is for all my critical thinkers out there. I used to be a youth education director, so I'm used to giving out homework. So critical thinkers right now. What would the person or individuals who etched this particular design into this rock, where would they have seen a dinosaur with skin, eyes, and flesh and form? That's just a question. Yeah, so I wasn't asking you that question, bro. But yeah, basically that's what I'm saying to you, since I'm interacting with you right now, is that this particular structure that they found is proof that there was once a time where man and these so-called extinct animals coexisted at the same time. In short, this planet is way older than most people kind of take it out to be. So those particular news items I kind of refresh before I go into some little bit. Oh, no. Let me get the reason on why that is dire. I gave the amazing news of the fact that there's a dinosaur, a live living dinosaur etched into a 80,000-year-old. It kind of rewrites what you thought, what you were taught in school. But the diabolical part of it is that the Smithsonian, what do they call it? You heard of the Smithsonian, right? Smithsonian Institute, is that what we call it? I think so. Smithsonian, yeah, that's the ones that got all the museums there in Washington, D.C. Them, along with Klaus von Schwab, the leader of the World Economical Forum, who is actually causing this worldwide global reset, which I'll get to some of that news items. So things that we see going on in the news, you'll see that there's a hand that plays in these different things. This is not, these news items that are happening nowadays are not just by accident, but this Klaus von Schwab and the Smithsonian Institute actually just moved into that area, forced all of the scientists out. They actually are sectioning off, securing this particular area. This is a research facility that actually had money developed from private and public donors to explore this particular site. However, the Smithsonian Institute, in these type of aggressive Bogart tactics, just took over the whole entire site. So I'll keep you all in tune of why that is so. Rumor being that they found something in that particular area that may be great for the fit right there in the Vatican. It may got a little spot for it in the Vatican, so they gotta make sure they close everything up. So that's the particular item of the day. So this is the recap. Most powerful thing, like I said, those Orion glasses. You need to avoid those like a plague. That dude, Zuckerberg, he is working with individuals that want to keep you all very, very much enslaved. And so we cannot let that take place. So between the glasses, the pyramids that's being discovered outside of Japan, the asteroid that will be affecting human behavior. Make sure this is one thing I'm asking everybody out there before I move any further. Make sure we extend nothing but love, light, and peace as we move into this political season. And I'm gonna get interactive with you a little bit too, Sharif. That did you know that there was a visitor we had in York today, Mr. Tim Waltz?
No,
I think that's his name. Isn't that Kamala Harris's running mate or Vice President? Excuse me, I said running mate. Yeah, I was coming down the street. I was over there by Delgo and 30, and the whole 30, I see cops pulled up, and then right when I kind of got off, because I ain't had time for all that, I was gonna go around. I seen the cavalcade of cars coming through, and I automatically 1+1. It don't take me all day to recognize sunshine, so I immediately hopped on the phone and started checking the news, and sure enough, Mr. Tim Waltz, that individual, he was here in York, so y'all may have seen him driving by or whatever. So a lot of stuff going on right now, but that's like I said, that's my little news items for the day. I'm gonna ask you a question. You following this Diddy thing, Sharif?
I mean, if you get on social media, you can't help but to see it. But I'm not looking at every single detail, but I see some things.
Yeah, I say that kind of half jokingly. I know that seemed to be a hot topic of today, and so I really don't speak about it too much, because the thing that I will be waiting for, just like we're waiting for that Epstein's list too. Matter of fact, there's some and it's amazing how we live in a time right now where truth can be disseminated, however, if our attention is thrown to something else, it's almost like the truth didn't exist at all. That list has already been revealed. I actually read some of the names on that list. But I think the majority of people we were asking about the list, they snuck it underneath our noses so fast in these new items, such as this Diddy thing. But this saying about this Diddy thing, what I'm waiting for, me personally, is when the dust settles and the lawsuits is handed out and the lawyers get ready to go home and do their celebration. That's when the energy is going to be put in full gears to find out who are the masters of Diddy. We need to bring the Diddy masters out. That's where I'm waiting at the table for that one. Let me know. That's when I show up. Like the Clive Davises, the Andre Harrell, the liquor company that Mr. Combs got involved with that led to his excommunication, as they say in the mafia world, that led to him being a made man. Yeah, are you familiar about the Diddy? I would say that, and not just talking about him, because we know ad nauseum what he did. However, what I want to bring to light, and I'm just checking with you to see if you knew it as well, is about that lawsuit that Diddy had with the liquor company in England. I don't know if I shared it with you before, or you already know about it.
No, I didn't know about that part.
I forget the name of the organization. So these are organizations. The reason why I say the little intro at the top of the hour is to make sure I'm safe on that. But so that's going on. What's your thoughts about the if you don't mind sharing, about what's going on in Iran? I heard something about and it's so funny in the news because you could put on one news and it says something, you put on another news, you see something else. So please do your homework on your news. But did you hear about the Iran and the Hezbollah and the Israel conflict?
Not too much, man. This news is so depressing. It's the same stuff now.
That's true. And like I said, anybody who's listening, go to Ptah Shakur at Gmail. If you have any questions that you want to put down and would like me to answer to go into, I'm well capable of doing that. What I am to some of the youth, I'm what I call a TikTok checker. People have TikToks, particularly in the spiritual realm, dealing with knowledge, metaphysicals, and things of that nature. Youth will bring that. Is this true, Unc? And then I kind of bust it down and say what is true or not. But when it comes to that Middle East tactic, this Middle East conflict, excuse me, it boils down very simply to this. That there have been individuals that have been planning to make a canal there in the southern region of Israel. The schematics was already shown. And so I believe in October of last year, I believe it was some drones that happened to break through this very, very highly sophisticated defense system. These drones that dropped a couple of drones. This is just to remind everybody, because we can get distracted real quick. So these particular drone attack, I think it might kill one or two people, but that was the impetus that led Mr. Netanyahu to start bombing and as a way to unroot Hamas, and then of course, chasing Hamas down to the southern regions of Rafah and all between, and just the amount of incursions that took place. Oh yeah, and for somebody to say something, and the hostages as well. The hostages that was acquired or taken by the Palestinians as well. That's where we started from. To now we're at a point where Iran is sending particular missiles. I say to you people, if you're listening at home, a lot of the individuals you hear on these news agencies, a lot of these countries, they have more things in common than what you think. And the underlying message of the media is to make sure that we're, like the brother just shared, in a depressive state. There's individuals that are betting on, when we watch these particular news items, that they're betting on the reaction of either A, depression, or B, insightfulness. And when I say insightfulness, it's a real guided insightfulness. You're not going to get upset and do too much. However, there's a lot of stoking the wasp nest that's going on right now. And I share with everybody who's listening, and go back to all the myriad of videos I have there on YouTube to explain this, that this is the time to project love and light to all of the humanity, even though, regardless of what country you're in, Israel, Palestinian, Ukraine, Russia. Like I said in my intro, that everyone that is outside of you is a reflection or a macrocosmic version of you. And what's that attack right now is the duality. We're really being forced to pick sides, Democrat or Republican. Which side are you on? And yes, it's going to get very, very intense as we all get a chance to express this energy. This is something that is much needed in order for this eroding of this fabric of society to eventually reach a state of death, so the newbornness can come about out of the ashes of this. So I say to everybody who's listening, this is my recommendation for everyone. Do your due diligence to find your passions. Find whatever it is that makes your heart happy, make this your soul happy. Do not be so distracted with the outside world that you lose connection with your internal divine guidance system. Just like I mentioned about the googly glasses and the Orion glasses, these aspects are used to take our focus and expand them away from us. And if you understand even our religious teachings that have corrupted mindsets, have been all on the aspect that you have to go somewhere else, you have to go do something else, or look to someone else for your divine guidance system. But I share with you, verily no, your internal divine guidance system exists inside of you. And so going into the state of meditation, that's when you can access that. But what a web we weave. But when we want to go into the state of meditation, we have these pulls of the world. We have to work exorbitant amount of hours, as well as the shrinkflation is getting increasing. So the price of your day-to-day items are increasing, and so you were caused to work more, focus on monetariness or focus on just pure entertainment. They're thinking you're just gonna throw your money and start idolizing. We even have our youth idolizing baddies. We got our youth idolizing trap house kings and twerking queens. This is the state that we have allowed our authorities, the ones that we vote into office every year. We allow those wings of the same bird to affect us at this particular time. So, got people calling me in here. So when I mentioned about this Israeli tactics, and I'm going to go ahead and close up a little bit, bro. And I'm going to see if you got something you want to share as far as leading into the next program. Is make sure you check your news. We got other things such as the port strike going on. I've said some time ago, go ahead and look at some of my YouTube videos. It's best to have 3 months food or supplies on hand anyways, because these bad actors are doing their due diligence to make your decisions at the grocery store less and less. If you see some of the farmland that was taken as a result of the train derailments, if you've seen some of the court cases that are done by Roundup Ready and Monsanto, which they've been snatching farmland away from our hardworking farmers, as well as raising the price of fertilizer to exorbitant heights where they don't have the ability to afford it, and therefore they go out of business. It's the same tactic that China is doing with Temu and Shein and all these other type of outlets that you can go get a PlayStation 4 for 20 cents, and you can go get some Jordans for a nickel. You know, it's a way of sabotaging sabotaging systems at this time. But best believe they want the 1% that owns 99% of all resources and valuables. They're going for 99.9. Why? They will continue to do what they do because we let them. I've said in the beginning that we are the new founding fathers of the creation, and we're the founding fathers through love and light, not through violence and not through discord or hate. We don't need to do that. Like I said, put a smile on your face. All those bad actors, their time is coming to the end, and they know it. But just to highlight some of that the news, so we all can have a proper perspective on the news and remain in that calm, loving vibration. Make sure you follow your passion. That's the quickest way that you can. Are you there? Are you there? Oh, I think I must have hung up. So just like I said, follow your passions. Understand that whatever you focus on, you give your power, shall I say. Where goes your focus, goes your power. So if you put your power into manifesting things that you have in your life, and if you think that is hard and difficult, it is not, because you have been manifesting your entire life. Yes, you've been manifesting that bad relationship. You've been manifesting that series of cars that don't work and things of that nature. Yes, this is our Power broadcast.
Yeah, I got disconnected, bro.
Okay. No problem.
I'll let you go on and finish out, and just let people know I'll be interviewing Clovis Gowan, former coach of the York High, next week.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure that I do a reminder. I'm about to shut this thing off in a little bit.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate you. All right. Peace. So, like I was saying, understand that you have ability to interact with matter outside of you. This is called the double slit experiments. So if you stay in your circle, have a little bit of stoicism. You know, I understand that we are social beings and we are all connected. However, this is a time where individuals are reaping what it is that they have sown with their hands. And that also goes into what we were saying about Diddy and that type of corruption in the music industry, or say corruption in the entertainment industry. And as more of those ideas come to light, we're going to have some more of those people that's in that middle pack. They're going to start growing up into the upper room. The upper room of the individuals already understand that they are divine souls, and you're here to express love and light and actually help the earth transition to this new paradigm. That's the upper rooms. Those that's in the middle track, you're still trying to discern whether what's going on, heads or tails. You're starting to question your news agency. You're starting to question your moral and spiritual as well as your cultural authorities. And those that's on the slow bus, you've already changed the channel already. This is not interesting you, not even a little bit. And so more and more people are graduating. They're going into that realm there of let me do this here. Here we go. Going into the realm of bettering yourself. And so go ahead and go to Ptah Shakur. They're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and see the myriad of videos that I've put out there, all to help explain these cosmic changes that's going on macrocosmically and in your inner world as well. Different type of modalities, shilligits, sea moss, different things that help you along your way. That is the purpose of this personification that you see here today. So, just want to make mention again, October 5th, Saturday, Mr. David Overton is having his mail. And anybody has any type of announcements that you want to make, I'll share this before I get to Mr. Overton again. Any announcements that are really impactful for the community? We have Miss Jolie and some Smash Entertainment information that was brought out. So make sure you hit us up, Sharif Ahmed or Ptah Shakur, and we love to highlight that information. So like I said, I Believe in You Consulting, young black male group sessions, cultivating the mind there between hours, I believe, 8:30 to 11. So just get in contact with Mr. Dave Overton. I'll move this over a little bit so you can get some more information, or go ahead and get in contact with me at ptahshakur@gmail.com. And I will get that information to him as well. So in closing, I got a message that I want to share for the youth, because like I said, we believe the youth are some of the most powerful souls in creation that are now returning back at this key point in time to help with the transition of the earth into this new development. So we must teach our youth how to budget and use time, and above all, teach them that time is the greatest asset and the cheapest. We must teach the youth the basic motives in which all people are influenced and show them how to use these motives in acquiring the necessities and luxurities of life. These are the laws and principles of creation, how to utilize those particular things. Body language, how to kind of get what you, how to manifest or manipulate individuals in a positive realm and get the best out of yourself. We must teach the children what to eat, how to eat, and the relationship between proper eating and sound health. As we notice, as we move into this Christ consciousness, the need for highly dense foods are really not needed. So a lot of fruits, a lot of salads, a lot of yogurts, a lot of sea moss, low density things are being things that produce light and life. You should be really focused upon with the youth as well. We must teach the youth to be indefinite in all things, beginning with a choice of a definite major or purpose in life. If you're between the ages of 15 to 25, no one is expecting perfection. We're not expecting any type of prodigies, and you just do something once and you just mastered it. Understand that failure is part of success. That is the step towards success. The opposite of success, like I said before, is conformity. So make sure you be your bestest and be your authentic self at all times, and teach our youth how to be their authentic self at all times. And be definite. Don't be wishy-washy. They say God spits out lukewarm water. Be hot or be cold. Must teach our children to be a difference between temporary defeat and failure, and show them how to search for the seed or the advantage that comes with every defeat. We must teach their youth how to use their sixth sense, in which all ideas present themselves in their mind from unknown sources, how to examine these such ideas carefully. Like I said, moving into meditation and channeling and things of that nature, you'll be able to access higher realms of knowledge that you can use to better yourself and the people in your community. Also, we must teach the children that the definiteness of purpose, this guy right here, backed by a planning persistently and constantly applied, is the most effective form of prayer. I say that again. Must teach our children that definiteness of purpose, knowing what you want to do, backed by planning persistently and continuously, is the most effective form of prayer. We should demand what it is that we want out of our lives, and understand that we have the ability to interact with the things around us to bring those ideas into our life. It's called karma. It's called a torrential field, a torus field that exists in all things, including in you. So understand that whatever you put out, you will get back in one form or fashion or another. But like I said, this is Ptah Shakur. We had a freestyle, just a little smidgen. I wanted to make sure I get this urgent news out to you regarding those Orion glasses. Avoid them like the plague. I'm telling you, he says Orion. There's a star system named Orion, isn't it? The star system that has those particular individuals that are not so friendly. So understand that we are living in a time right now where the truth is stranger than fiction. I can assure you with that. And do your due diligence and make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on right now. So we're going to close this program on out. This is the Hour Power broadcast. Next Wednesday will be Mr. Clovis Gallen, former York High basketball coach, and is a man in the community, wonderful, beautiful brother. And Sharif Ahmed is going to be here sitting down with me for that wonderful broadcast as well. And check out Ptah Shakur Speaks. They're on Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. going in the myriad of Ptah's mailbag. Anything dealing with spiritualism, religion, metaphysical, supernatural, all things in between. I am your man of all sources of all information, Mr. Know-It-All here, Ptah Shakur. So, well, for my close, I'm asking everybody else to find that peace on earth. If you don't have anybody in your circumference, no one in your cipher that is getting you, they're not understanding the cosmic changes that you're going in right now. And they even make fun of you for eating salads, or make fun of you for going out in nature and observing birds and bees and things of that nature. They may laugh and giggle at you. That's fine. Let them laugh and giggle. But you need to get around people of your ilk, of your mentality, so you can grow and develop to the person you are to be. So find that peace on earth. Go take a walk. Go amongst nature and get a high vibe. Get away from people. Get away from these phones. Get away from all this social media goodness gracious, And I promise you'll get in contact with the God divine within. When you do get in contact with God divine within, let's do what we can to share a little bit of that love and light to everybody in our periphery. And we can do what we can to switch all the cards over and bring this peace on earth like it was promised to us. This is Ptah Shakur. Love and light to you all.